Before I say anything in the rest of the video, I want to make sure that you all hear the most important part of the video, which is there is a petition for South African servers to be set online once more. If you didn't hear, South African and Middle Eastern servers were taken offline a couple of days ago, and there is a petition going around right now, so they put the servers back online. That link to sign the petition, if you're interested, and I really hope that you are, is in the description. It's going to be right beneath the initial description for what this video is about. I'm going to make sure everything is highlighted, so you make sure exactly where it is. There's going to be a whole bunch of arrows and bold lettering and italics and underlining and whatever I have to do. Please make sure that you go and sign that petition, because what DICE is doing right now to the people of South Africa, people of the Middle East, who are honestly some of the most supportive and loyal members of the Battlefield community, it's absolutely asinine what they are doing, especially in a horrible time like this, which is very frustrating. You think about the pandemic and everything that's going on right now, and people are going to be inside playing video games most of the time, and that's the time that you're going to choose to take away servers from the people? It's insane. I can't believe I'm saying that. I am so tired of making videos like this. I really don't even want to make videos like these, and every single time I do make one of these videos, I'm like, okay, that's it, that's the last time I'm gonna have to make something like that. But sure enough, every 2 to 3 months later, I end up setting up the same microphone with the same format, no script, just my bare thoughts, talking about how DICE is making some of the most mind-bogglingly stupid decisions I have ever seen from any developer in any game ever. And I mean, I honestly don't even know what to say anymore. I do not know what to tell you. I mean, obviously, my channel is not a Battlefield news channel. I'm not the person that gets on every single morning and tells you what's going on with the game. You watch me for, well, let's be honest, I kick everybody's butt at Battlefield. You're not looking for my opinion on the Battlefield news, so whenever I make videos like this, it's a little bit different, but I honestly don't even know where to begin to talk about this. You just can't help but laugh. You cannot help but laugh at how DICE is destructively murdering this franchise. It's like a car crash, man. Like, you want to look away, but you can't. It's too entertaining to watch how comedically stupid these developers are. Incapable. They're absolutely incapable. I hate being the man to say that. I hate being mean on a foundational level to other people. But at some point, somebody's just got to call it like they see it. And I am going to call it like I see it. I have nothing to hold back. I've said this before. I'm not a DICE friend. I am not going to withhold my opinion. And I'm not going to give these developers their quote-unquote safe space. I mean, it's piling up at this point. It's literally like an unraveling scroll of mistakes that you think is going to stop at some point, but that roll just gets longer and longer. I mean, the don't like it, don't buy it. Your players are uneducated. All the Glassdoor reviews, developers, tweeting out ex-developers at DICE basically saying, look, we weren't allowed to give our feedback to developers because we were afraid it was going to hurt their feelings. It was going to hurt their feelings, guys. Oh no. The TTK change number 1, TTK change number 2, that was even worse because they didn't listen to us. And all the other things, all the small things that I'm sure I'm missing. Community games coming out and being an absolutely waste of a feature that took a year to give us. And now this. They're shutting down South African servers and Middle Eastern servers for reasons that, I mean, sure, there might be some data behind it. According to DICE, they have data to suggest that a lot of South African and Middle Eastern players, they matchmake into European servers already as is. I really don't know how trustworthy that data is, because every single time in the past, at least in Battlefield 5, that DICE has said, oh, we have data to support this, it's been bullshit. It's been... I haven't believed any of it for a second. But regardless of whether it's true or not, as I said beforehand, just the morality of the situation, the world is in a worldwide pandemic right now. I don't know how serious the V word is in South Africa. I mean, you can get demonetized for the V word, so I got to be careful, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how serious the illness is in South Africa, but either way, across the rest of the world, you know, it's pure isolation. People are going to be inside playing video games and looking for distractions more than ever, and this is the time that you decide to shut down your servers and force people to play with 180 ping. I was talking to my friend Nseeker, one of my oldest and closest friends in the Battlefield community, and she says basically the minimum connection that we can get to European servers is 180 ping. And I don't know how high your ping has been on Battlefield, but 100 is testing it. 180 ping is almost unplayable. It's legitimately almost unplayable. So DICE is literally marooning this entire nationality of players, and these players, by the way, are some of the most loyal players in the entire community. I mean, the South Africans, they love Battlefield, or I guess they did love Battlefield, because now, hell, this is probably, this is the kiss of death, if anything else. And then, of course, there's all of this, we don't have the tech meme going around, which, oh man, if you thought don't like it, don't buy it was going to be the meme of the century, man, DICE just keep one-upping themselves in all the wrong ways. I mean, you're supposed to be one-upping your content, not one-upping your hilariously stupid mistakes. So the context for this is that every other game under the sun has been receiving double XP boosts for their player bases, and Battlefield 5 players were asking DICE for double XP boost, and we were told that it is not possible for us to get double XP boost because Battlefield 5 doesn't have the tech to do so. Does not have the tech. Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 1 are running double XP boost right now, but Battlefield 5 can't because the tech isn't there. Sure. That is just so hysterical to me. It means either they're lying to us about not having the tech for it because every other game in the franchise is running double XP and they just don't want to give it to us, or B, the DICE Sweden developers are so horrifically incompetent that they coded the game from the start so poorly that it is not possible to give the player base double XP. I don't know which one's worse. I really don't. But either way, it's horrendously tragic that DICE is getting exposed like this. I really don't even know what to say. I mean, Battlefront 2, right, is another DICE property. I think I don't know if it's made by DICE LA or it is also made by DICE Sweden, but it is a DICE property that was released in a similar time frame. It's run on the same game engine, and they have double XP boosts, but Battlefield 5 does not. Well, let me take that back. Don't worry, guys. You can get double XP boosts in Battlefield 5. You just have to pay for it, which is another just horrific spit in the face to this community that, honestly, I think DICE is trying at this point. They're legitimately trying to piss every last one of us off and kill off the franchise. There is no other explanation for these actions apart from just incompetence like that. And, you know, the final thing that I wanted to talk to you about today, I mean, the main purpose of this video was to get the petition out there, but this is just rambling for fun, I suppose. The other thing is that players suggested that DICE should bring back all the limited time game modes that they've been shipping in and out of the game to begin with, which I've always thought was just a horrible idea. You know, why would you take away some of the staple game modes of this game when, especially at a time in which, if you remember, content was so dry, it made absolutely no sense while they were pulling content away from a content dry game. But apparently now we have a reason as to why they were doing that and why they can't put everything back in, and it's because the menu UI restricts them from putting an X amount of number of game modes in the game, because if there's more than X amount of numbers in the game, the UI will basically crash, which, guys, this is a AAA development studio responsible for making some of the best first-person shooter games of all time. What happened? Where did everything go wrong? Was there like a lightning storm in Sweden that struck every one of those developers dumb? I legitimately don't know. And I know that sounds mean, but this community is being pushed to its limit. And like I said earlier, I'm going to call it like I see it. And this community has been treated like utter trash. It really has been. They have done so many things that are just very egregious, that make no sense, that drive all of the YouTubers and content creators and players alike crazy. And some people are saying, well, maybe this is all just because the game was rushed, and I really don't know how much of an excuse that is. I mean, if you need to, delay the game. I think we can all agree that this game needed some more time to cook in the oven, but even more so, like, some of just the moral and, like, cognitive processes that, or things that happen with this game, you can't blame that on lack of development time. Like, there is just a lack of principles. There's a lot, apparently, of politics involved, and it's created an absolute mess of a game. And I don't really need to tell you that. You can probably see that for yourself. Battlefield 5 is a catastrophe. It really is, and I would not be surprised if it ends up killing the entire franchise, because bugs you can fix, but morals and design decisions you cannot most of the time, especially when it's like this. And the path that this game franchise is heading, I don't know if there's a future. I really don't. You know, I've never wanted to get off a wagon so that I'm hitched to so badly, but you know, here I am. If it wasn't for you guys and for my teammates, I wouldn't be. And I not mean that in like a morbid way or anything. I'm just talking about playing Battlefield. But more or less. I think that's the end of the video for me. I've got basically nothing else to say. I think I got it all out. I'm curious to hear what you all think about this. Hopefully you find it as comedically ironic as I do, about all the stuff that's happening. Please go sign that petition if you're still here. Go sign that petition. It would really make my day. I'm probably not going to end up streaming today. I made this video kind of late. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So I'll be live tomorrow on Friday, and we'll get back to it. So thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new, although I don't know why you'd be new to this video. Follow my Twitter and my Twitch. Join my Discord. Become a member. Link to that is in the description below as well, if you want to. You know, it's not required. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Nick or Catalyst, and I'll see you all another time.